matchup draft for Week 16. We have a trivia question that anyone that was watching the show Tuesday should know the answer to. And if Chris was watching, since he was part of it, I assume he was, he'll know the answer. The Rams were eliminated from the playoffs on Monday night against the Packers. That was the earliest a defending Super Bowl champion was eliminated from the postseason since which team? Hint, you are very familiar with their coach.
Right.
Not that you even needed that hint.
Yeah, no. The 1999 Broncos, Brian Griese at quarterback. That would be the team, right? Yeah, ended up 6-10. So that was an easy one. Thank you, Pete, for delivering that for me. Very nicely done there.
That's your Christmas gift from Pete. That's it.
Great
You didn't even wrap it.
All right, so let's get to the matchup. There's some cool things to talk about this week.
And two fat blunts.
Oh, well, that's a given. Come on now. Now, what I'm excited to see, though, is who thought we'd be saying this, right? Geno versus Mahomes. Yeah, that's what I'm excited to see. I think quietly could be one of the more exciting games in football this weekend. Again, this is not a great Kansas City defense, and Seattle's aggressive, and they don't look to go like, oh, let's throw it 3 yards here and 3 yards there. Now, again, this Kansas City defense, it ain't the 49ers from last Thursday night. So it ain't going to look like that, where he was just under pressure and making it happen for 4-yard completions just to avoid disasters. I think we could see a lot of points scored here, an air show from both guys, and I think it could lead to a really fun watch on Christmas Eve.
I did my best earlier in the show to sell our game on Christmas night, Buccaneers at Cardinals. Let me try to sell the middle game, the dead spot game between the Broncos and the Rams. Because for the first time ever, after 10 years as teammates, Bobby Wagner gets to actually try to hit Russell Wilson. Wagner talked about it yesterday. They used to talk trash in practice, and Wilson always had the red jersey on, and Wilson said, "You can't catch me." And Bobby said, well, we're going to find out if I can come Sunday night when Wagner is out there, and Russell won't be in a red jersey, even though it is Christmas, and Wagner will be able to, for the first time ever, after all those days practicing together as teammates, they entered the league in the same draft class in 2012, and now Wagner gets a chance to try to take on Russell Wilson. That's it. That's all I can tell you that would be in any way attractive about that game. But you know what? It's a good little wrinkle.
It is a good little wrinkle, let alone, hey, it is still Baker, and we'll get to continue to see that experiment, and we'll see if Russell Wilson can capitalize on, what looked like a pretty good performance before he got hurt against the Kansas City Chiefs, and did some, made some plays in the past game. So we'll see where that goes. I think the next one I'm going to hit on is the game we talked about a few minutes ago. It's just the 49ers offensive line versus the Washington Commanders defensive line. That's kind of a battle of the Titans right there. As far as, that all-line has kind of got it rolling right now. I mean, it's they don't even have to be, tricky. It's kind of like, hey, we can just hand the ball off up the middle, and there's nothing you can do. We don't even need all the Shanahan tricks and charades and motions and formations and all that. We'll get off a week where Washington's D-line, in a very important drive late in the game, got pushed around by the Giants, and Saquon Barkley accumulated a lot of his rushing yards just on the last drive of the football game there. So they're going to have to be stellar for them to win this football game and stop this Purdy 49ers attack they got going right now.
I'll go to one of the early games on Saturday, the Bills at the Bears, Josh Allen versus Justin Fields, two of the most exciting players right now in the NFL. Justin Fields doesn't get mentioned because the team isn't any good. But as you observed on Sunday, when the Bears managed to cover and blow up one of your best bets because you had the Eagles given the points, basically whenever the Bears are playing, they're going to be underdogs. Take them to cover because Justin Fields is good enough to help them cover. Not win, but cover.
No doubt.
And that may be what happens. And you throw in the weather, the Bills left early, bomb cyclone, whatever that is,
right.
Snow and rain and wind and whatever. It's Chicago, it's December, but it should be fun. And the one thing we know about Josh Allen, he can still spin it through any conditions, and we assume Justin Fields can still run it through any conditions.
That's right. I mean, that's right. They're two of the most exciting to watch. And I mean, Justin Fields it's next world good. I mean, it's just amazing. And just as far as the runs he does, I don't care quarterback or not, he's as dangerous as anybody in football with the ball in his hands. And he's like, I'm never going to pick the team that's playing them to cover the spread. He's the ultimate spread eraser. There were so many times in that game where I'm going, here they go. They're about to dominate and blow the game. And then all of a sudden it's 3rd and 17, and he does 7 360s and breaks 12 ankles, and he's running up the sideline for a first down. And you go, oh, my gosh. And then he makes another play, and they score, and you're going, oh, we're back into a nail-biter here. So he's the damnedest thing going right now in football with those runs. Gosh, there's a lot of things here that I'm going to go, the Cowboys defense versus Gardner Minshew. That's where I'm going to go here. I mean, we know that, Philadelphia, motivated by the comments of Micah Parsons and what they said about Jalen Hurts last week, and this game doesn't need extra motivation. But, I think for the Cowboys, it's kind of important for them just in the fact of, hey, yeah, we know they want to win the game. I don't know if it's really going to matter in the standings, but just to get them back on the right track here, and especially the defensive side of the ball that just got absolutely gashed in the second half of the game last week against the Jacksonville Jaguars. So can they establish some dominance, get back on track here against a backup quarterback who hasn't played football all year? I'm interested to see that matchup.
I was going to go Tua versus Aaron Rodgers. We already talked about that one. How about Deshaun Watson against the Saints defense? The Saints still alive to win the division somehow at 5-9, and Deshaun Watson beating the Ravens. That game didn't really get much attention because it fell between two great December games, the Vikings-Colts and the Bills-Dolphins. But I was surprised, very surprised, that the Browns pulled that off, and maybe Watson's getting a little bit better. Maybe the Saints are going to have their hands full, and maybe the Browns are laying the foundation for something for next year, Chris.
Right. I think so. I think they are. I mean, there's still a lot of talent on that football team. They need a few pieces here and there, too. The other thing, too, is just like, I think they're playing more conservatively that fits them. It's not as wide open, go for it on 4th down. And guess what that's translated to? Like, yeah, we're 2-1. We've won 3 to the last 4. It's something I've questioned about them before. But you're right. That was a good win for Watson and the Browns.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.